Hey everybody, welcome back to Worldbuilding with DMDave. This is episode number 41 in the series, which is pretty wild. Didn't think I would ever get this far without breaking the chain, but here we are. If you remember in our last episode, in preparation for my Kickstarter, Pexius Guide to Emiria and Hand of the Eight, which both are going to be live on May 5th, 2021, I was making a Paladin subclass called Oath of the Stonearm and kind of leading you through the process of how to do that. I've got some artwork from the very talented Pavel Kunk from the Czech Republic. This is his first sketch for it, and I went ahead and started building out the stuff. It's really exciting to kind of see your ideas come to life. So hopefully some of you who are interested in getting into professional content creating like myself will be able to kind of enjoy this status sometime in the future. Anyways, let's take a look back at what we were doing. I'm going to slow down a little bit too and kind of explain some of my process here. So what I really like to do is I like to lay everything out first. So that's what I've done here is I've given us the title, which is an H3 tag. Went ahead on my break and I plugged in some of the fluff from it that I already had written somewhere else. I still need to do tenants, oath spells, channel divinity. I need to do our 7th level, 15th level feature. I already went ahead and did the 20th level feature, if you remember, and basically just made it so that you basically become like a full-on earth elemental. So you gain immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage made by non-magical attacks, burrow speed, and then you deal double damage. I think earth elementals only have resistance, but with stone skin it didn't feel right to do that, and I definitely want to make sure that stone skin is going to be a spell that our paladin's going to end up getting. Alright, so let's kind of go back up to the top here. Let's go ahead and get some spells into space now that we're talking about it. These little hash marks that you're going to see before all the titles, they are essentially what's called markdown. So when I add this to GM Binder, it's going to automatically format everything without me having to do any extra work to make it look good. So it's just something I kind of do to save myself quite a bit of time. I'm actually going to end up creating a table too using markdown text. So it's going to look a little bit weird, but tables pretty much have a format that's like this. It's a pipe like that. We're going to have Paladin level as the first column header, and then spells as the second column header. Then we put in our alignment markdown text that's going to let it know both that we're creating a table and also telling the alignment. We do that with colons and hyphens. We want this to be centered, so it's going to be a colon, a couple hyphens, and then another colon to close it. 2 colons tells it to center. Then the spell list is actually going to be left aligned, so we're going to just do 1 colon, a couple hashes, or a couple hyphens, not a second colon, and then another pipe, and that is going to end up creating a table once we transpose it into GM Binder. So if this looks kind of weird, that's kind of what's going on here. Paladins gets Paladin levels, or excuse me, gets their oath spells at levels 3, 5, 9, 13, and 17. So I'm going to go ahead and plug all those in. All you got to do is just type, if you want to do the markdown like I'm doing, it's just a couple pipes and what the content that you want in between that pipe, and then it'll go ahead and organize it all once it's put into a markdown reader like GM Binder or Home Brewery if you prefer. Then it's just a matter of coming up with the spells. The spells are, I forgot how exactly this one works. I think it's different than a Warlock, where the Warlocks are, it just adds to the list. The Oath spells are, let's see here. Oath spells, you gain access to these spells at the level specified in the oath description. Once you gain access to the oath spell, you always have it prepared. They don't count towards the number of spells. So I think Paladins, it can come from both stuff that they already have as well as from other categories. So for example, Oath of Devotion gives you Zone of Truth, which I'm about 99% sure that's already a Paladin spell. If not, I'd be really surprised. Let's see, our Paladin spell list gives us, Zone of Truth, 2nd level Paladin spell. So it can be a mix of both those. So I'm going to give some stuff that's pretty flavorful for the Paladin. This is a really good time to start deciding what kind of like function you should have it serve. Now, if you remember when I created this stuff down here, I've given it quite a bit of movement, double damage to objects and structures, and immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, and damage slashing. As a earth elemental based creature, I think it makes sense to give it make it kind of tanky. I think would be good, and also prevent monsters from getting around it. So a little bit of crowd control, a little bit of tankiness to it. Let's go ahead and get to our spell sheet, and we can look at all the spells that are here. We want to make sure that it's PHB, so it's part of the Open Gaming License and Systems Reference document, because we want to be able to publish this material. We can't use spells, and we can't reference spells that are not part of Wizards of the Coast agreement with third-party creators like myself. First up, we need to come up with a couple of first level spells for our Paladin. Stuff that's really going to kind of fit in there. Let's see. Snaring Strike is kind of cool. I think Entangle would be good. I mean, it's grasping weeds and stuff, but it's going to tie people up, and I think that's going to be good. So let's go ahead and give a little crowd control there. Ancients also has kind of an entangle effect already built in. Now we need a second one, something kind of earthy. Mage armor might be pretty good. Shield. Well, it's going to have its arm effect, which is already going to give it a shield. So I'm going to end up writing that in too. Basically, you get as long as you're not carrying a shield, you get a +3 shield. And I'm going to add that soon. Let's find a good first level spell. Most of the smites aren't SRD, so I can't put those in. Alarm, Animal Friend, Bane, Charm Person, Commands. Compelled Duel's kind of cool, but that's not in the SRD, so we can't use it. You know what? Let's do Detect Magic. I think DAOs have Detect Magic as part of their list, so that might give us a good basis too. So let's look at our genie. Now, interestingly, DAO are not SRD, so we're gonna have to go to a site that, like AIDEDD.org here, will list stuff that it's not supposed to, but that's their problem, not mine. But yeah, they've got Detect Magic, so we can give them that. And we can see that there's some more flavorful spells that'll probably make sense with this too. So let's go ahead and add those. So we'll say, we'll give our Paladin Detect Magic, which is a great first level spell. Second level spells, let's see what else she's got. Pass Wall, Stone Shape. Let's check the levels on those. Shape. Stone Shape is a 4th level spell, so that'll be at 13th level. What about Pass Wall? Pass Wall's a 5th level spell, so we'll give that. Wall of Stone, I think it's probably too high a level. Wall of Stone. Nope, it's 5th level too, so that makes sense. Let's go with that. We're kind of cheating here, but this is a great way to get spells ideas really quick without having to do too much. Move Earth. Is that a SRD spell? Move Earth. Yeah, it's too high. Okay. So this Paladin can only cast up to 5th level, so we have to be careful on what we use. Stone Shape. Oh, Stone Skin. I think Stone Skin's also 4th level. So Stone Skin, which really makes sense, or one of the other ones. Let's choices. Let's go with Stone Skin instead. You know what? At 17th level, nah, Pass Wall is more useful. Alright, so I'm going to need some 2nd and 3rd level spells, another 4th level spell. Stone Skin, Stone Shape. Oh, you know what? I can get both. I made a mistake. So stone skin, stone shape, pass wall, wall of stone. Alright, cool. Let's check out some third level spells. The Tao has tongues, sure-footed, earth glide. Okay. Elemental weapon. I don't think that's SRD though. Yeah. There we go. Meld into stone. That's a good one. Cool. Plant growth I like a lot. Yeah, I like plant growth. Let's see it as one of the best ones that are there. That's SRD at least. Tiny Hut's pretty good. You could say it's like they create like something around them. Non-detection. I think that makes sense. No, non-detection's not pass without trace. I'm thinking of pass without trace. Slow. Let's do slow because I think stone golems get slow. So that makes sense. So we'll get slow. It's also a good crowd control spell. And we got 2 more second level spells to come up with. Alright. 8 alter self as augury bark skin. Branding spine calm emotions. Enlarge reduce would be kind of cool. Especially for kind of tankiness. Let's do pass without trace. The idea would be like, no, it's fail. Well, I mean, you can reframe everything. Let's see if there's better options. Spike growth. There we go. That's a great one. I think it's SRD. Let's double check just in case. Okay, cool. Spike growth. That's a great one. We just need one more and we're done. I'm really feeling enlarge reduce. It doesn't really fit the flavor though. Alter self maybe. How about just let's do knock. Sure. And they're going to use it on wood and stone doors, right? I think that's kind of a nice little utility spell. A little weird, but it's okay. Alright, so here we go. Here's all of our final spells. We've got Detect Magic, Entangle, Knock, Spike Growth, Meld into Stone, Slow, Stone Shape, Stone Skin, Pass Wall, Wall of Stone. Okay, cool. So we've got all of our Oath spells there. I think we got a pretty good little list to go with. Let's go ahead and also put in Oath of the Stone Arms spells. That's our little headline there. Alright, pretty simple. Alright, so that's basically what I did. Just to kind of recap, created our Oath spells, which is going to be a third level feature. So let's go ahead and write that in there too. 3rd level Oath of the Stone Arms feature. We ended up creating a list of 10 spells that are kind of going with the theme and also help kind of create sort of a tanky crowd control. Paladin with Detect Magic's nice little utility spell. Entangle. We got Knock for a utility spell. Say that they can kind of communicate with like locks and stuff like that. I mean, whatever. They get Spike Growth, which is an amazing spell. It's a lot of fun. Meld into Stone, Slow, both really play into the kind of the stone and earth class, stone shape, stone skin, of course, pass wall, and wall of stone. I'm going to go ahead and add one more feature that it's going to get at 3rd level in addition to that, and that's going to be the stone arm itself. They don't usually have a passive trait, but I think we can break it a little bit because it's really only adding like a +1 bonus. So we're going to call this stone arm, 3rd level Oath of the Stone Arms feature. At your arm is made of solid stone while you are not wearing a shield or wielding a weapon in your you choose whether or not it's your let's see, your, what does it say, right arm is, or left arm, that's right, your left arm is made of solid stone. You gain a +3 bonus to your AC as long as your stone arm is free. As long as you, let's copy the, again, like I said last time, you usually want to figure out something that's got some pretty close writing if you can't seem to get the rules writing right. I think the closest thing I can think of is probably the monk's Arn Armor Defense. So let's see. While you are not wielding a shield, a weapon in your stone arm, your left arm and hand are made of solid stone, and you gain a +3 bonus to your AC. So it's not a huge benefit, but it does help and give the flavor. So your left arm and hand are made of solid stone. While you're not wielding a shield or a weapon in your stone hand, you gain a +3 bonus to your AC. All right, cool. All right, that's all we're going to do for now. So we've knocked out the spells. We've knocked out kind of the innate stone arm feature. Next up, we are going to do our Channeled Divinity feature as we continue to build a custom Paladin Oath. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, be sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you already aren't. And be sure to check out our Kickstarter link below, which is going to give, if you go ahead and follow, the moment it goes live on the 5th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in the US, you will be able to jump in on the campaign and get 20% off of the 2-book set that we've got going. So anyways, we'll see you later. Take care.